Okay, guys, we're up. Welcome to the week 5 of the Cydia NT European League, and we are starting off with Celestial Spheres versus Dreadwings. So it's going to be the current number one team. We're just gonna load up all the standings for you. Just had a minor blue screen crash, so just making sure I've got everything all up and ready. Right, unfortunately, I'm not too sure if I'll be joined with Bowie the Hero. I know that he's quite a busy man, so we'll see if I'm not too sure if he's joining us for it today, but if he does, I'm sure it will be amazing. So, between these two games, Celestial Sphere are currently undefeated with 38 points. They have got a clean 8-win sweep, and they are facing off against Dreadwings, who are currently 5th, who are completely split down the middle in terms of wins and losses. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with them and what strategy they'll bring on with us. I think I've just had an invitation for comms actually, so give us a second. Was there a disconnect? Because that was quite a long load time. Right, so it seems Celestial Sphere are going for a Noctis actually, which I've not actually seen for a while from them. But we'll see how it works out. So Dreadwings will be on the left hand side because they are currently in blue, with Celestial Spheres on the right. And unfortunately, Shanks has already taken quite a large hit, but it's not too much. He's down to half, still more than enough to keep back on this. But Matt is was strangely stuck in for a second. As a Shantoto player, it's quite interesting to see him in a position of quite far inside the Celestial Sphere's defenses, but he's been forced to back off now. He's sort of been zoned out, and now it's sort of a bit of a melee with Shanks taking the brunt of most of the damage in this first encounter, really. So he should really be careful. Oh, he decides to back off. Dan is really taking care, making sure he's going to snipe him well. Ooh, good coverage by the Matt on his Shantoto. It just seems that Seirin is just taking a bit of a backseat, just slowly covering. He's in kill range for Shanks. Is he going to go for it? I think he might do. Heartless Angel, and it connects. Pretty simple stuff. A very punishment on just some poor positioning on Dreadwings' front. But let's see if they can collect themselves back together. But they'll have to soon deal with Shiva. One second, just had a bit of an issue with the sound. I'll just bring that back up. Give me 1 second, just had a small outage on the capture card for a second. Right. Alright, there we go. Should be back up and running. There. Right, sorry about that. Just had to change some of the capture card settings for it. Unfortunately, these tech issues do happen from time to time.
When life gives you lemons, squeeze them dry.
I won't disappoint you guys.
Right, we're just gonna let this match play out so that we can get back. We just had a small DC, so no problems there. Not just my capture card having issues, it just seems that we're having connections issues as well.
Orange lances of ice through their hearts. You put up a decent fight.
It is currently 1-0 to Celestial Sphere at the moment. It's just that we had this D-ski, so we're just getting back into it from the Celestial Sphere side. But it is currently 1-0 on our week 9 match, so hopefully this goes off without a hitch this time.
Hello?
Yo, welcome.
Hello, people. What's good?
I am
It's your
being
boy Jamstar.
I'm being joined by Jamstar as a short notice. Jamstar, how you doing, man?
I am good. Oh yeah. So you know the Neshka cards, right?
Yeah.
Parcel Force is so like they're paying us, like legit. Why am I getting paid 50 quid on import tax?
Welcome to importing in England, fam.
It's dumb, isn't it?
I'll pick some up for you when I'm out there. So
Yeah. So we have got Celestial Sphere versus Dreadwings.
yes.
The comps are looking really dynamic. So before we'd normally see Severin run Sephiroth and Cherub run Ultimisa, but now we're seeing Cherub run Emperor.
Yes, he was an Emperor, but Siren is doing his usual stuff with Sephiroth, with just controlling the field and allowing his teammates to push up and whatnot. And what I saw him caught is that Siren's really good at catching players that are out of position.
Yeah,
He's-
like I mean that's normally what Sephiroth does, like as his kit. Even though he's like, I wouldn't really say he's a full-on Vanguard. His kit's more hybrid based. So even though he can chase people down, which is the sort of aspect of an assassin as well, and he has a bit of range as, compared to what normal tanks tend to do, and the fact that he can FADC his stuff as well allows him to apply aggression. One thing that I find really interesting as well with the new team that Dread Rings is running, so we've seen Shanks kind of use Ramza a bit more in lobbies, but their comp is hugely like dynamic with the way that they got 2 specialists. So the team is constantly getting buffs left, right, and center. So you've got the buffs from Bart's EX, and then you've got the buffs as well from Ramza Steel.
Yeah, no, it definitely looks like that. And the thing is that difference allows them a little bit more in terms of versatility and changing their team formation on the fly.
Yeah,
Because before Celestial Spheres last week in their first game, they had a very rush down heavy team,
yeah,
and then they swapped it out for something a little bit more zone heavy. And the thing is that they got caught by a lot of zone heavy teams, which forced them to change that up. So now it's definitely a bit more flexible. So we'll see how they work with it. But it's just also all out skirmish at the moment.
yeah. I'd say like with the way that the meta is developing in the EU, I mean, a lot of people will probably disagree with me with saying this, but I feel like the meta is becoming more aggressive. Like we are taking risks, we are taking stocks like really fast as well.
Yeah,
Like, even
there's-
with crystals as well, it's like we'll try and force the enemy off the crystal straight away. It's not a matter of, oh, let's just see what we can scavenge. It's like, no, we're forcing them off it. Even with the summons as well, it's like people will rush you down with the summons. It's like we're not trying to wait for setups as well.
I think it's a bit of a laggy match on their end. I kind of wonder if there's an issue connection-wise for one of them.
Yeah, I mean, we did see Cherub disconnect earlier.
Yeah. The thing is, Shanks has already lost the stock already. I think he's still trying to get used to the matchup with Ramza.
Yeah,
it's-
I mean,
it's
it's,
not-
just
it's-
their comp as a whole. Like as you said, even though it has a lot of versatility and they can change it up on the fly, like they have no feeling.
Unlucky
With
there.
Ramza, like I feel like with the character in general, like you need to have a comp build around him.
Yeah,
that,
because
like, benefits off the buffs and can peel for him as well.
that's the biggest
So,
problem
because-
with
Yeah.
specialized characters is that they need the support as a team to get it working.
Yeah,
So-
like if you have 2 specialists, because I mean, me and Bowie have this issue as well because we run Bart's and Varn.
Yeah.
And, you know, my Varn's really selfish, and like Bowie just running Bart's as it is, and then having like a tank, because normally Ninja normally tends to play tank. Like we miss out a marksman, and then we miss out an assassin as well. So it's just
Yeah.
a matter of just trying to
And the thing
build
is,
our works as fast as possible.
when that imbalance is there, it makes it really hard to keep going, and
Yeah.
really sort of, if you make a mistake, it's hard to come back from it because your team composition is automatically broken. So
Yeah.
it can get very rough. I get that. Oh, we got an enfeebled. Toad enfeebled. Can
Alright,
this be
let's
the
see what they
time?
can get off this.
I think that might be a dead character, you know, because he can't really defend himself. But they don't take a. That's a dead character. Yes.
Oh, unlucky.
They once he was enfeebled, he couldn't really defend himself, and then Celestial Sphere was great at isolating all of their other characters, which made it really difficult for them to save him. So very good play by Celestial Sphere. They're taking advantage of that.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know, like, we might see a change. Shanks might pull out Tidus, and we might see a bit more aggression on their team.
I hope
or
so.
They probably might just stick with the double specialists.
Yeah, it'll be a bit of a tough call, but we'll see if what they plan on doing. It is a very interesting cause. And what do you do in that situation where you struggle to dig in and get the best of that matchup?
I mean, it is tricky on Shanks' end. I mean, Dreadwing's end, sorry, because it's like, as we said, like, we've got the two specialists. Like, obviously, with the way that they get buffs, it helps with their team quite a lot. But it's like they are missing certain things. They are missing the hard engage that like the other enemy team has. They're missing the peeling tools.
Yeah. Because
it's like you want to try and keep Shantoto safe, but then you want to keep the Ramses safe at the same time.
And the thing is,
a lot of weight on the Bart's shoulder.
And the thing is that Bart's toolkit is not made for full protectionism like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
So the thing is, if you're running two characters like that, maybe it might be safe to go for a Warrior of Light who's got more defensive tools in that situation to protect both characters.
Yeah, I mean that or Ethereum at least, like someone that has the strong peeling tools. So at least go with it, then yeah, it will work.
Yeah, because the thing is, at that point, that's when you.
Ooh, we've seen Teacup, so they might run the Ethereum Tidus comp.
Oh, that's sort of. So this is going to be a completely different change. So I'm assuming Matt's the one that plays Tidus, right?
No, Shanks plays Tidus, believe it or not.
Ooh, yeah, I haven't actually. It's been a while since I've seen him play, so I can't remember it.
Yeah,
I am not very familiar with his Tidus.
Yeah, like one thing that I find really cool with their comp, so their comp, it works, but it's unorthodox. So normally, like, you would have the tank running in straight away, ready to break neutral and engage.
Yeah.
Where on this team, it's completely different. So Teacup plays a really supportive Ethereum. She doesn't really commit to anything too hard. She backs the beef, but she's not front line, like she doesn't lead the charge. Like, so Shanks will lead the charge, and then Teacup's Ethereum will be there ready to just peel on. Where normally it's the other way around, like it's the tank that runs in and then the assassin trying to get picks and then the marksman trying to peel for them.
So it's basically sort of a reverse of what you would expect in a normal composition, which makes a lot of sense actually.
Yeah, like I think Teacup plays Furion like correct in a sort of way, like peels and just supports really, doesn't really commit to anything too hard, and then gets the picks as well. Like even if you like she'll knock people down or with I think it's HP1, I forgot what the name is, and puts them on hard knockdown. So even though like it doesn't really do that much bravery damage, you still put the opponent on hard knockdown, which allows the team to try and get like another opportunity while the other enemy
to put the pressure,
the
pressure on the other two remaining players, which makes a lot of sense because the thing is, one of the biggest changes that they've done for that is that by having hard knockdown on HP attacks, it allows you to focus on the other team. So it's more than just doing damage.
Alright, so it's on Stellar Fulcrum now. So Teacup is actually running Weapons Master. So with Stellar Fulcrum, she can hide behind the walls and at least get cheeky snipes with the Weapons Master. And we are seeing a change in teams altogether. So Celestial Sophia is actually running Kefka and Lightning.
This is interesting because
like more projectile potential.
Yeah, Lightning is more of a sort of a hybrid in terms of her toolkit. It's not just straight up assassin.
It's not rushing. Yeah, it's like she'll throw out projectiles, feel out the neutral a little bit, and then when she sees an opening, that's when she'll run in.
I wasn't too sure on what HP attack they're using, because if it's Razor Blade, if it's Razor Gale, then that's a lot more of a neutral option rather than Crushing Blow or Lightning Strike.
Ooh, nice punish off the Spiral Cut. Oh, and he retaliates.
Oh, Saren's got a high amount of bravery right now. He can.
Oh, and it's murder on the dance floor for Shanks. They might need to back him up. He's taking a 2v. Crystal's up. They're actually isolating the crystal. They're not like allowing Dreadwing to get near the crystal whatsoever.
There's two on field actually at the moment.
Actually, there's 2 on field. Oh my bad, it's Kefka's. Oh, I'm such an idiot.
No, it's alright. So it's really hard to find out because what they've done is that they've zoned out them out from the crystal for so long that another one has spawned. Oh, that is a
Ooh,
death on
seen that.
Shantoto's side. Unlucky.
Alright, so now they're going to chase it down. They're going to try and keep the opportunity, and they're looking to lock down Shanks.
Trine went out, but with all lightning strike, that's a death. Yep.
There you go.
5,000 bravery. You are not surviving that one. And Heartless Angel
Alright,
goes out.
So Teacup's going to have the Doom debuff. He's gonna have to try and hit Sith off.
Furion's got Doom status, and it's not even gonna have time to work. Damn, that's unlucky.
Ooh, that was a really dominant play by Sheriff that round, especially like the use of Trine.
I won't let
Yeah.
anything stand in my way.
Like it is a really tricky HP move to evade because you evade it the first time and then the second one catches you out.
Yeah, and the thing is that they would have been struggling for picks at that point anyway, because once Heartless Angel goes out, your basically bravery resets to 0. And
Yeah,
it's really hard to come back from that unless you hit the person that did cast Doom on you in the first place. That's the best way to get. That is the easiest way to avoid that from happening. But phew, that was a fast and very impact-heavy match. Oh,
yeah.
oh,
I mean, Stellar Fulcrum's normally like that, and Alexandria go really fast.
yeah.
Because with Stellar Fulcrum, like in neutral, like you want to hold the middle part straight away,
And the thing
and
is
then just
that
try and just get those angles.
Celestial Sphere didn't even hold the middle in that fight. They held the corner with the crystal,
Yeah,
which completely, I think, if threw Dreadwings for a loop because they weren't really too sure how to go about that. And then by the time that they realized the crystal's behind them and they tried to convulge on it, they got convulged on by Celestial Spheres,
yeah.
and it just threw them off. And at that point, it's like, whoa. What do you really do in that situation? Do you go for your own crystal, or do you keep up the pressure and just try to zone them out of the crystal that you've got priority over? It's a tough call, and
Yeah,
maybe
especially like with the aggression from Celestial Sphere as well.
yeah. So maybe it might have been better for them just to sit slightly behind their crystal and try and invite them in.
Just get whatever, yeah. Just try and get whatever you can off the crystal.
Yeah, have one character just go towards it, but if they're sitting slightly further back, it just means that they're not very heavy committed. They're not committed in. Oh yeah, there was a disconnect again. We're having a good job.
Lucky.
We're having a good job at the servers today. It's smashing my capture cards, so good stuff.
It wouldn't surprise me if like Square Enix just secretly redraw capture cards. Like no elite, like no league today. Sorry.
I'll give Dan a little bit more credit than that.
Shoutouts to Dan.
Yeah, shout out to Dan. Amazing community manager. I wish that guy didn't have so much work to do.
Yeah.
But really, I think the main goal is now here is for Dreadwings is just to do a bit more scouting. I think now that they've lost 3-0 technically anyway. What I think that they might be able to do is just try a couple compositions that they've been working on,
Yeah.
and just give them a bit of time to be like, okay, actually, does this work or does that work? This doesn't quite work. Let's see if this works in live battle. Does it not work? Maybe we could take it back to the drawing board. So yeah. Currently, they're just they've just had a disconnect, so they're just going to hurry up and go through this
Okay,
match.
so if they stay with this comp, we're going to see a change and we'll have Ace on Dreadwings. So Ace is running Moonlift Beam, so it allows them to kind of, like that and the Furion alone, like it allows them to have some sort of brick wall. So they have the beam to kind of just dance around and just poke. And then have Shanks just come in on the flanks.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're just resetting at the moment. Sheriff's a bit insecure about his internet connection at the moment. But I don't think it's got anything to do with internet connection.
Nah, I just think it's the service just being funny today.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's not really a big deal. Disconnects happen. It's just the story of online games. Shout outs to having a LAN mode soon, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that if that's the case. Like, I just find it a bit weird that, obviously, with the arcades Rare Arcana, where they have event mode, but they didn't think to just implement it into the console version. So hopefully we do see something for everyone down the line.
I
Like,
think
it was disgusting where they had the sort of debug where you just everything's unlocked.
Yeah, exactly. So they've got like the edited save file.
Yeah.
So the thing is that the reason why the arcade versions actually have event mode is because event mode is sort of what's the word for it? It's required to run in an arcade. If you've got an arcade machine and it doesn't have event mode, most people won't buy it. So
yeah. I mean, you see it with BlazBlue as well.
yeah, basically all fighting games have some sort of event mode. So hopefully one day they have something like that.
Okay. For some weird reason it lagged and it actually booted me out into the lobby. So what I'll do is I'll watch through your stream.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be behind on everything.
Oh boy. I think I might be able to screen share. Can I?
I mean, I might still have a bit of like delay, so I think it will just be best just because of the whole capture card and stuff in the servers playing up. I think the last thing I'd want you to is do it and then you get disconnected as well, because that's the last thing we probably want.
Yeah, true that. So first of all, I need to find out which sides everyone's on. Right, awesome. Everyone stick to the same side. We got Porta, which is probably the battlefield of Final Fantasy Dissidia. NT.
Okay, so Dreadwings are still staying with the same comp. Celestial Spheres actually swapped it up a little bit, so Sherb's actually running Golbez. So this is pretty cool. So I think what they're probably gonna have to do is try and allow Sherb to have breathing space so he doesn't lose his dragon. Because obviously, if Golbez gets hit with 1,000 bravery or over, he loses the dragon. It's gonna take a while for him to build up.
And the thing is that he wants to sit back and throw as many projectiles and put as much stuff on the screen as possible, making it really difficult for Dreadwings to play neutral.
Yeah, I mean, even in this situation right now, like, they're not really allowing neutral to happen. They're more or less just invading and just taking advantage of Sherb's pokes.
And the thing is that as Ace, I think they're not really covering his the Ace at the moment, so Saren's sort of having his way with him.
Yeah.
And he's been like zoned out heavily, but a small bravery conduit thrown out just to
have some sort of breathing space.
Yeah. Oh, it's a bit of a tough one though, because you've got two characters down. Well, yes, they've got two characters down at 20%, so they're a bit of a rough position. Well, they had two characters at 20%. They've got one at like 15% and one at half now.
Okay, so Sherb gets the first pick.
Sherb's control has stopped anything from them working, and he's got an excellent way of covering his two teammates from going in.
Yeah.
Someone goes off. Oh, they cancelled it. Interesting. Oh, that's why, because Sherb got hit by a HP attack. So
no, they're gonna look to try and summon now. So Celestial is probably gonna get the summon. Oh, and he actually knocks him out of it.
Yeah, he managed to. He took a big hit. He dodged Spiral Cut, but he got hit by something else.
Yeah, so he must. I think they both just dodged the lightning, and what happened was he must have dodged the Spiral Cut, but still got hit by the Moonlift Beam.
That Moonlift Beam was quite far away though, so it's either lag played a lot into that, or he got hit by something else. That was very weird. Oh, Moonlift Beam goes out. Doesn't do anything.
Okay, so Shiva's already summoned. Alright,
yeah.
They're fucking feeble now. So they're gonna look to try and like focus on the lightning. Oh, and then Teacup gets sniped out.
This is gonna be a tough match because where I am now
it's now. Yeah, they're looking to focus down Ace.
Oh, Mighty Strikes goes out, but they didn't someone got cancelled. Spiral Cut goes out, connects. Oh. Good defending there from Dreadwings.
Oh, and Celestial is not allowing the Dreadwings to summon whatsoever.
Spiral Cut goes out again, connects again. Damn. Is he going to get the defense here? Just about! Ooh, that was unlucky. That was unlucky. Okay, you're going to see it in a minute.
Yeah. I think that was really unlucky then. He missed base to 2-2. When Severin was actually focusing down his the enemy. So I think, like, just to clarify, I think he got, like, Severin got the wall splat, and I think Shanks must have whiffed the 2-2 to try and save him.
Yeah, and and he was literally just out of range, which is the unlucky bit. Are you able to jump back into the room?
Yeah, I should be able to. Yep, spectate.
Sweet. It is currently 4-0 to the Celestial Spheres. They're carrying on their rampant. Oops, that's Skype. I forgot Skype was on. Their rampant dominance of the league at the moment.
Celestial, yeah, like I think because it was two separate teams. So one team was actually Nero, Mugshotters, and LXD, and the other team was pretty much Cherub and Severin, and then they'll just have like another person. I think J Rockstar was there at one point. So they actually merged together to become Celestial Sphere. But
Yeah.
obviously, like during ESL, like we've seen Severin play with his own friends and stuff.
We'll see if they make any changes. They might, if they're winning 4-0, they might just go with subs possibly to test out something, or just mess around possibly.
Yeah, I mean it is match 5, so it's we're on map 5, so it's just going to be a game of anything goes really. Hopefully Dreadwings can actually pull through and at least try and take one game of Celestial Sphere.
Yeah, that would be really good. It would be great for their morale as well.
Ooh, Danger's actually running Ramza now, and Cherub's running Onion. So I've seen Cherub play Onion a little bit. So
Ooh, I've not seen Onion play in a while.
Yeah, like it's really weird because he, like, you know, in the Golbus patch Raycana, like he got huge buffs, and it's like he's still not really being used as much.
I think it's because a lot of people are sort of stuck in their ways of trying to learn certain matchups.
Yeah.
So, if anything, they'll get there. It's one of those things. Maybe for season 2, we might see more diverse characters.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So, Danger's pretty much just allowing you to just charge and hold his shout. Cherub's more or less going to be trying to be focused on getting Sage as quick as possible. He's just spamming the fireballs already. So hopefully he should just get some sort of confirm.
One thing I'm really impressed by Dreadwings in this match is that they're holding their formation much better.
Yeah, I mean it's Luna because they have a lot of breathing space to work with. Where with some of the maps like Stellar Fulcrum, there isn't much breathing space to work with.
And the thing is that a lot of people tend to forget how much like field space and what formation does for you when you're playing Dissidia. And it's like, if you notice now that Celestial Spheres are being zoned out because they're keeping their formation, but I don't think it was worth all of them going for the crystal, and they've just literally just paid for it.
Yeah, Rambles is on killing percent.
Yeah.
So he's probably gonna he's got the wall splat, he's probably gonna confirm. Oh, and Ace saves.
Sheriff's on, he's on almost near killing potential now. And there's two stocks. There's 2 stocks down in like the space of like 5 seconds.
Rushing down to the cap. Celestial Sphere has to kind of do something about this. I mean, throughout, he did the right thing. He threw out Moonlift Beam to at least break. And he gets caught out by Cherub's Meteor.
See,
unlucky.
The thing is that remember when I was talking about formation?
Yeah.
They all attacked the crystal and lost their formation and lost on that.
Yeah, I think the moment that they lost the crystal, it just kind of went a bit south.
Because when what they done is that instead of protecting the area around the crystal for the formation, they all decided to attack it, and by that time they all had their backs turned. And as soon as they had their backs turned, Celestial Switch just rushed in and just got ripped. They need to, I think, if you're playing that sort of game of holding your formation, you allocate one character to the crystal and then you get your other 2 teammates to protect that character doing that. There's no need to have all 3 characters on it.
Yeah.
Especially when all 3 characters on the other team are all ready to move forward.
Yeah, I think that's like one of the strongest points about Celestial Sphere and arguably Royal Knights as well. Like when the crystal comes up, they know when the timer is, they know when to hover around, and they know when they can, like, they'll obviously designate someone to take the crystal and the other 2 just peel for them.
And it's important not to just get straight in.
Yeah, of course, because obviously openings like that happen. I mean, it is tricky Like, it really is tricky, especially in like a sort of situation like that where there is a lot of pressure going on. It's kind of like, okay, what do we do? Do we go for crystal? Okay, who's going for crystal? And everyone's kind of like, okay, let's just dog it. And then they don't realize that, oh, open up, free punish. Like, it is really tricky to deal with.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to be patient rather than rush in. So.
Yeah. I mean, that's really what this game is. It's just how patient you can be, especially in a neutral situation. All right. So Ben, is NGI ready? Because what I'm probably going to do is jump in.
Yep, we have our team. Our team is in.
All right. So guys, I'm going to sign off here because I actually need to play my match. Thanks for having me, Ben.
Yeah, I'll have you back towards the. I'll have you back for our second round stuff.
Yeah,
so,
hopefully.
Hopefully, it's not too much of a blow up.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck out there, man.
All right. Cheers.
Alright guys, we are here and we have a Team NGI versus Astral Thorns, which is actually Jumpstar's team. So we'll see what team he's running. His team went through a recent really large reconstruction because a couple of his teammates have pulled out. So we'll see how it goes.
Hey, glad to meet you.
Well met.
So it'll be interesting to see what teams are running. I'm assuming NGI will be running a Terra, not Golbez, and Ultimisia. Actually, Gundam will definitely be playing Ultimisia. It'll be interesting to see what Jamstar's playing because he could play multiple characters. Saber will probably, he might pick Y'shtola depending on if Gundam plays Cloud of Darkness or if Fury plays Sephiroth. We'll see. It's a bit of a toss-up. Jamstar's team, their team might have completely changed since then, so. But we'll see how it goes. I think we might have had the disconnect, maybe? Nope, we're all accounted for. And everyone's on the right side. Perfect stuff.
United will win in a flash. How do I get rid of these limbs?
So, Saber's actually playing Onion Knight. Interesting call. I'm not too sure he's familiar with that character, but he seems to be working with it. Fury has gone through his pattern in Terra. And Jamstar's playing Cloud! What is this? This is a very interesting match. These are a lot of characters I've not seen people play before. And what we'll hopefully we'll see if anything changes on this one. Unfortunately, Gundam is hit early. Saber's running Meteor as well, so he's obviously switched to Mage. Good coverage there by Fury. Oh, he just got stuck on his landing he got caught standing rather than jumping. Jamstar does need to be stopped though. He has a very, very high amount of bravery. Gets clipped by finishing touch. Oh, Omni Slash misses. Oh, okay, and Limit Break is now out for Cloud, which now means that his Omni Slash is now uninterruptible. Meteor goes out. Whiffs. Oh, unlucky, gets kicked with the Omni Slash. That couldn't be interrupted at all. But Jamstars is broken by he's broken on recovery to that. Nice Meteor hits. But Oyster Chop still has a ton of bravery left, so they still have to be very careful of that. Oh, nice and feeble by Fury there. Catches Jamstar in no man's land. HP region goes out, but Oyster Clops though. Oh, and unlucky there. Good game by Astral Thorns.
They must have cheated.
Well, there's a lot of new stuff in there that I've not seen before. Jamstar's one of the few players that have actually played with NGI themselves, actually. So, but good stuff there to Astral Thorns.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Jamstar has actually jumped out to swap with Holera. I've not actually seen. I think this is Holera's first match. I'm assuming this is Happy Squid. But it's currently 1-0 to Astral Thorns. Okay, cool. Oh, we just had a disconnect. Fury has DC'd. So we just need to restart. Yeah, unlucky. I think we're just going to go back and start up again. Just gives you an idea of where everyone's running. Oh, Jamster is jumped back in. Interesting.
Why'd you even bother showing up?
If we all work together, we can't lose.
It's been very dicey connection-wise today, so not much you can do. Nice to see both Nanette and JNXC both in the chat. Two very, very good players. Astral Thorns is Nanette's old team. A very good player in her own right. She just decided to play other games, which is fair. And JNXC is a very, very, very talented Sephiroth player. who's still upset about people stealing his kills.
I tried. It just wasn't enough.
Anyway, I think we should be getting back into it. Yeah, unlucky that disconnect happened. It is what it is. We've been having really weird disconnects all day. Lobby 2, from what I see in the Discord, is also having issues themselves with connections themselves. So I think it's just a bad day on the server, on the matchmaking server. Just waiting for Saber to jump in. Yeah, the thing is about disconnects is that they tend to throw a wrench in the works because they make it hard for you to concentrate. Because if you've been psyching yourself up to get something in the match, having a disconnect completely blows up that momentum. And also it shows what sort of team composition you was planning to run against the enemy as well, especially if you wanted to come at it as a surprise. So like, there's a lot of issues with disconnects. So I really hope Square Enix do spend the time in the future to connect those. Anyway, my name is Railcon and we are at the week 5 of the Dissidia NT League. The current match is between Team NGI and Team Astral Thorns. NGI is from the FF14 Free Company, where Astral Thorns is a team owned by Jamstar and Bowie the Hero. Bowie the Hero does have some real life issues that I hope he manages to sort out and stuff, so he's able to enjoy the things that he enjoys doing. And Jamstar, who also had to recreate their team recently because they had a couple of people that dropped out of the game. So it's all real life stuff that gets into the way of people playing games. Nothing much you can do. Ooh.
How do I get rid of these wimps?
Interesting.
There is only despair.
So they've gone for a double marksman supported by Fury on the Sephiroth.